Good morning, students. Today I am going to talk on the short story, The Beloved Charioteer. It is written by a famous writer, Sasi Deshpande. I already introduced about the author, so now I would like to tell you the main theme or central idea of this short story through questions. See here, first question. Sketch the character of Aarti and what are the relationships among the three generations. So, in this story, we can find mainly three characters. They are Ajji, Aarti, and Preeti. Ajji is grandmother, Aarti is as mother, and Preeti is as granddaughter to Ajji. So, there are three generations. See first paragraph in this question. Sashi Deshpande is an award-winning Indian novelist. She has written several books for children, a number of short stories and novels which are still very popular. So, you know that about Sashi Deshpande. She is very popular and famous and award-winning Indian novelist. She has received a number of awards and also prizes in literature, and she has written many books for children and short stories, novels, essays. So they are very popular still. And she was born in Karnataka, India. Okay. So next one in this story, The Beloved Charioteer, she depicts the family relationships in middle class Indian society. Especially this story is about lower middle class family in India and how they lead their life. And in those days you can find widows and their life. So it reflects especially Indian society. So in India you can find many traditions, conventions, and some restrictions are applied to women. So the story centers on three generations in the family, that is grandmother, her name is Ajji, and mother Aarti, and granddaughter Preeti. So even though they have different mindsets, they live together. Actually, these three characters have different experience in their life. So Ajji is very old and Aarti is mother of Preeti. She is married and she is completely irritated woman because she has lost two persons in her life, and she is like a depressed lady in this story, and Preeti is very innocent and cute girl. She always spends her time with her grandmother, not with her mother. So they have different mindsets, their thoughts are different, their way of attitude is different, but they live together in one house. So among them, Aarti becomes a recluse and hardly shows affection for her daughter and mother. So among the three characters, Aarti's character is completely different. She is completely disappointed and a depressed woman. I already said the reason, because she has lost two persons in her life, especially her husband and father, whom she liked very much. And she becomes a recluse. Recluse means she wants to be alone. She doesn't want to share her feelings or emotions with her daughter or mother. And she is completely depressed lady because she has lost two persons in her life, her father and her husband, whom she loved and cared very much. Now she is the most irritated woman in that house. Okay, here I already informed you and I already told you she is completely irritated and annoyed woman in that house. Suppose if Ajji and Preeti are happy, but Aarti doesn't make them happy. She is already in depression mode. That's why she doesn't know what to do. And many times her mother Ajji tells her, you can go outside and also enjoy with your friends. Your life is not good here. Even though Ajji says many times in such a manner, but Aarti doesn't accept. And she talks very rudely towards her mother and daughter. So here Ajji and Aarti become widows. You know how what is the condition of widow in Indian society, what kind of troubles they face in Indian society, especially in Indian tradition. According to Indian tradition, widows are not allowed to any functions, especially marriages or some such kind of engagements and different functions, because many people believe that they are completely evil significance and the wicked is significance. That's why they are not allowed to any widow to certain ceremonious occasions, and at the time they are completely humiliated and embarrassed and insulted. Actually, they never do any wrong. Because of death of her husband, a woman becomes a widow. So, Indian society, it is very difficult for them to survive happily. See here, second paragraph. As a widow, she has to practice the norms of the widowhood, but she doesn't care them. She works to earn money and wears new dress and ornaments that she liked. Actually, Aarti becomes widow because she has lost her husband Madhav. Then, as a widow, she would practice certain norms of the widowhood, but she never practices them. And sometimes she goes for work and earns money, and she wears new dresses and also ornaments. Actually, many people do not accept in in Indian society. So whenever she gets frustrated, she smokes without any hesitation, which is unwomanly characteristic. Not only such kind of activities, but also sometimes she smokes without any hesitation and like a man. So we can see hardly women never smoke. But here Aarti smokes in her room. Then even her mother is there, she doesn't take care, she doesn't have any fear. So that is one of the unwomanly characteristics. So Aarti's mother still hopes that her attitude will be changed, but Ajji thinks that so definitely Aarti's mindset will be changed. She will become normal. She will be happy, and she will live according to traditions. And the norms of widowhood. So here, finally, thus the author visualizes the issues concerning widowhood and the sad existence of widowed women in Indian society. That means, so author is clearly describes what are the issues which are completely concerning to widowhood in India. And now in that house you can find the sad existence of widowed women. So the two women are completely widows. So now they are not happy at all because they must bound to the norms of widowhood. And Ajji tries to convince her daughter Aarti, but Aarti is not willing to convince herself. So it is a story, or it is the character of Aarti. So in it you can find three generations, attitude, and their mindset. For a clear understanding, you can read the text and try to understand. So now I am sending you this question, so write in notes. Okay, thank you.